Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is my first ever YouTube video and I am so excited. Long story, I've been wanting to start for the longest time now and I'm finally doing it, and so this is an exciting time. So my first video is going to be a story time about the first time that I tried an edible. The first and last time. Never again. Ever. There's nothing that could convince me in this world of ever trying an edible ever. It's never happening. Like, did it once, almost died, cool. Never ever again. It's not even funny. It's like I literally almost died, in my opinion. Don't at me, I almost died. I know people out here saying, oh, no one has ever died from, smoking or like taking an edible. I almost died, sis. I almost died. It's not funny. Anyways, so yes, the first time that your girl, and last time that your girl did an edible, tried a substance with MJ, with the weed, with cannabis oil, all that jazz. Yeah, so it was a beautiful day. It was the evening, it was nighttime. March 4th, 2018 was the day I remember. People usually do remember near-death experiences. So yeah, March 4th, 2018, I tried an edible for the first time. And to give the backstory, because it is story time, so like, I was one of those people who have a bucket list, and on that bucket list, with traveling the world and wanting 2 kids and a fine husband with a beard and a 6-pack and a that's none of y'all business. I just want a husband with a lot of qualities. I also had on that bucket list that I wanted to try weed of any kind at least once before, I kicked the bucket, hence the term bucket list. So yeah, I was talking to my friend who goes to the same university as me, and we've known each other for like 10 years. Like, I have known him since I was 14 years old. So yeah, I was talking to him, and then I was like, yo, I really want to I want to try weed. I want to smoke at least once, or I want to do, actually I never had in mind to do an edible. I just wanted to smoke, because that was like really the only form of intaking weed. That's the only type of drug ingestion I knew about. And so I was like, yeah, I want to try it at least once. And then he was like, all right, bet. And then he didn't say that. I'm just trying to look cool. I'm kidding. But then he was like, okay. And then so he kept being like, oh, you trying to do it this weekend? And things kept coming up. I was like, no, I have this important test on Monday, so I can't do it today. And things literally kept coming up. It's not like I was like purposefully putting it off, but things kept coming up, and I couldn't do it until one week on March 4th, one weekend, March 4th. I was like, I'm free, are you free? Let's get this whole experience popping. So then he came over that evening, and he came over with like a Ziploc bag with 2 cookies. These like This was the size of the cookie. And so I'm looking at this Ziploc bag with 2 cookies this size, and I'm like, boy, what type of weak medicine you brought over here? Like, I am not gonna get high off of that. Like, this is not gonna do any. These tiny cookies are gonna, like, not knowing how potent and strong cannabis oil was. I was like underestimating the whole experience and how hard this thing was gonna hit me. I was like, boy, this ain't gonna do nothing. Like, what is this? These little cookies, you think gonna do something to me? Meanwhile, I'm weighing a whole 110 pounds. Like, girl, that gonna go right through you and have an effect. Okay? So, yeah, I'm just out here talking trash to the cookies. Whole time the cookies hearing me like, oh, okay. Alright, bet. You think I'm not gonna do nothing? We gonna see about you in the hours. We gonna hear about you. So, I'm already trash talking the cookies, right? But, anyways, fast forward. We go up the stairs, we're chilling on my bed, we're talking. And then he's like, okay, let me just go heat this up. Are you ready? Like, you ready to do this? You sure you want to do this? I'm like, yeah. This is on the bucket list. I'm down. I'm ready to do this. So he goes downstairs, heat up the cookies in the microwave. He brings them up to my bedroom. And then he's like, you know what? I'm not going to let you have the whole cookie. I'm going to take a quarter off of your cookie. Because this is your first time, and I just don't know how you're gonna react. And since I've done it like a lot of times, or I've done it more times than you, let me just have a whole cookie and a quarter of yours. So I was like, now I'm gonna add even less of a reaction. You're gonna mess up my whole high. Like, but I was like, whatever, fine. So he had a cookie and a quarter, and I had 3/4 of a cookie. So I eat the cookie, we eat the cookie, we're chilling, nothing's happening. So we started watching this show with Gordon Ramsay. You know, the one where he like goes to like their restaurants or whatever businesses they have that's like failing because they don't know how to manage it, the food's bad, the atmosphere is bad, the service is bad, whatever. And he just keep roasting people, telling them what a messed up job they're doing at running their business, and in the end he like helps them out, you know, in how to better their business and whatever. So we're watching that show, and I'm just mad. Like I'm pissed. I'm just like, this edible was trash. This edible was weak. Like, I feel absolutely nothing. I feel 100% normal. Like, what is this? So he was like, damn, I wanted you to have a good experience for your first time trying an edible. You sure you're not feeling nothing? Like, he's like, you sure you're not feeling nothing? I'm like, I don't feel anything. So he was like, oh, my homeboy, he made 2 batches. He made a weak batch and like a strong batch, and he usually sells the the weak batch to like his people, and then he keeps the strong batch for himself. So I was like, wow, your homeboy sold us the weak batch. Damn, I thought he was like your real friend. Like, he gonna do you like that? And then he was like, you know what? Nah, just give it a little more time. Maybe it'll hit you in like 30 minutes or an hour. So at this point, the show ends, and I put on like some music. So then we're listening to music, and you know, we're jamming, we're vibing, and this one Bob Marley song comes on. I can't remember which song it was, but I just know it was Bob Marley, and it comes on, and then I'm so stupid. I was like, yo, this song is perfect right now. Like, Bob Marley comes on in this moment, like, while I'm having my first high experience. Like, this means something. And so I was like, yo, this is a vibe. Cause at that point, I'm feeling like a little, like nothing, like a little bit of a thing, like a high. So I was like, yo, I'm vibing. This is so dope. Bob Marley comes on right now. I have my first high experience. Like, what? Bob Marley is the godfather of weed, fam. Like, So yeah, after like a couple of songs pass, after the Bob Marley song plays, and I have that whole little moment about it being meant to be and whatever. So after that, like, yo, out of nowhere, when I tell you, this edible just hit me like a truck, like, bam! Oh, you was talking trash, huh? You was talking shit. How about I ain't gonna do nothing? You was talking trash, huh? About I ain't gonna have no effect on you because I'm in this little cookie, girl. You don't want, you underestimate. I can't even talk. You underestimated my powers, huh? You, girl, you don't know I'm potent, huh? You don't know about me. You ain't heard about me. So this edible hit me so hard. Like, when I tell you, I went from being cool, chill, feeling nothing to feeling everything. When I tell, okay, let's say my hand was moving like this in front of my face. I start seeing time and like things moving like this slow. Like, when I tell you everything started moving so slow, I felt like a weight just came over me. And in my brain, this is what I'm feeling in my brain. I'm feeling like somebody poured hot oil in my brain, and it's like frying my brains. Like, I'm thinking, and I'm like, I swear I'm hearing the sizzling in my head of like my brain's frying. I'm like, shit. It was just hearing the noise of like the sizzling in my brain. And these like things are happening one after the other, like just hitting me like a freaking truck, one after the other. And then after that, I start shaking uncontrollably. Like, when I tell you, straight up shaking like a junkie going through withdrawals. I start this is me on the bed, uncontrollably shit. And my homeboy, at this point, he starts noticing, like, yo, like, this whole time he was just chilling, like, listening to music, vibing to music. He was like on his side. He wasn't like facing me. He was like facing on his phone, chilling, vibing to the music. When I start shaking, at one point noticed, like, yo, what's going on? Like, what is happening? You good? So at this point, yo, I'm like, oh my gosh, what is happening right now? I can't control these shakes. Like, I can't control my nervous system. What is happening? Out of nowhere, I just start bawling my eyes out. I'm like, oh my God, you need to take me to the hospital. You need to take me to the hospital. I think I'm gonna die. Take me to the hospital. Here's my car keys. You can drive. Take me to the hospital. And he's like, yo, chill. You just haven't, it just hit you, right? It just hit you. Chill. I swear, I've done this a couple of times. I know what you're going through. I don't want to hear nothing. I'm like, nigga, take me to the hospital. I'm about to die. What are you talking about? I don't want to hear none of what you're saying. Take me to the hospital. And this dude would not take me. Cause it's like, yo, ain't nobody ever died off of no weed, fam. Like, what are you? I'm not taking you to the hospital. What are they gonna tell you? What are they gonna give you? They ain't gonna give you nothing. The only thing that could get rid of this is time. Just chill. Try to enjoy it. Try to enjoy the high. And I'm like, enjoy the high. Like, I'm literally shaking, crying. Like, take me to the hospital. This man's like, nah, I'm not taking you nowhere. Just chill. Try to breathe. Try to enjoy. Try to calm yourself. And I'm just like, nah. It's not happening. So he's like, yo, just try to chill. Sit up on the bed. So at this point, I try to, like, calm myself now. Because I'm like, this is so embarrassing. This is so embarrassing. Like, I'm literally... This is my first time ever crying in front of a guy, by the way. So I'm just like, oh my my gosh, I'm never gonna talk to him again out of sheer embarrassment. Like I felt so embarrassed. So at this point, I'm trying to calm myself down. I'm like, go get me a paper towel and a bottle of water. Let me just try to chill out. So he give me paper towel, give me water, and I'm just on the bed shaking it for so often, like, I'm just like, which is even more embarrassing. Like, I can't control these shakes. Like, no matter how hard I try to keep still to, like, stop them from happening, I'm just like just shaking. It was so crazy. I thought I was gonna die, and like this whole time I was going through my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, what if I go crazy? Because I really felt like my brains were frying. I felt like my brains were frying. I'm like, oh my gosh, what if I lose my mind? Because I had heard of this story from back in St. Lucia, which is where I'm from, of this dude going legit cuckoo after smoking a bad joint or whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh, what if that happens to me? Like, oh my gosh, my mother is working so hard to help me through school, and this is what I do. I try, edible for the first time, and I'm out and I'm gonna lose my mind, and she gonna have to put me in a crazy hospital. She gonna have to put me in a mental institution. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be such a disappointment. Why did I do this? Why did I even put this on my bucket list? Oh my, I started thinking about, I wanted to have kids. I wanted to get married. Like, oh my gosh, God, get me out. Like, at this point, I'm going so crazy. I'm so paranoid. I don't even know if it's paranoid. Like, I literally feel like I was dying. Like, I legit felt like I cannot explain what was going on in my head, fam. I felt like I was losing it, and I was seeing blurry, and I couldn't control this is me dying. Like, this is how it ends. Like, what a dumb way to die. All because you tried an edible? Like, you finna die? I'm like, wow. So at this point, I'm like, oh my gosh, Lord, I will never, ever, ever do this again. I will never, ever, ever do this again. Please, just get me out of this. Please just help me to stop shaking. Help me to feel better. Help my head to feel better. Help my head to feel like it's not frying. Help me to get out of this. I promise I will never do it again. I was like, Lord, oh my gosh, I can't be a disappointment to my parents and to myself. I promise I will tell everybody about this. I'll tell everybody to, I would give this testimony and tell people to, stay away from certain things and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh Lord, just get me out of this. Please just get me out of this. Just get me out of this. I was like, oh my gosh, my life is over. So I'm praying in my heart, I'm praying, God, please don't let me go crazy, don't let me die, please get me out of this, and I will never do it again. I will tell everybody to stay away from drugs or to make wise choices, blah, blah, blah. Whatever I need to do, Lord, I promise I'll do it. I'll do it. So, at this point, I'm still feeling like, I'm going crazy. And like, more and more, the embarrassment in me grows because I keep shaking. I can't stop shaking. And I'm getting more and more paranoid. And my friend, who I have known for like 10 years, all of a sudden I feel like, I'm not in control of my body right now, and I have a dude in this room with me. Like, anything could happen and I won't be able to stop. Like, I've known this dude practically all my life. Like, I trust this dude, but like, paranoia just takes over me. I'm like, like, if this dude tries something, I won't even be able to stop. And then at that point, there was nobody at the house. It was just me and my friend. So I'm like, if something would have happened right now, like, I have no control. So I was like, you need to leave. Plus I was embarrassed. It was embarrassment mixed with paranoia. So I was like, you need to leave. He's like, this is not the time that I need to go. I need to be here with you to make sure you get, make sure you're straight. I was like, nah, I'll be fine. I'm gonna do this on my own. I'm gonna get through this on my own. You need to leave. He was like, all right, I'm gonna leave. Just let me stay one more hour. I'm gonna leave. I was like, fine. So this whole time, like, time is going by so slow. That was the longest hour of my life for this dude to get out, because I'm just like this, and more the embarrassment grows. Like, oh my god, I'm just I'm shaking, like, whole time I'm pleading with God, like, God, please, I wanna be something in this world. I had so much plans for my future. I know you had plans for me. Like, this is not how it has to end. Like, this can't be the way it ends. And I promise I'll never do it again. And the whole time I'm pleading, I'm going through paranoia. I'm going through uncontrollable shakes. I can't see straight. Like, it's just a whole bunch of things just happening all at once. Longest hour of my, when I tell you that hour took 8 hours, that hour took 8 hours to come. Finally, the hour came. I'm like, yo, you gotta leave. I just need to go through this on my own. So I walk him out. He leaves. I lock the door. I even walked that nigga out. I couldn't even walk. I couldn't even get up to walk. But I'm like, I have to make sure he actually leaves the house. Because what if he stay? Like, straight up paranoia. Like, this is my friend of 10 years. He would never try no stuff like that. But I was like, I got up, my legs shaking. And I have stairs. I have stairs to walk down. I'm walking, almost falling off the stairs, trying to make sure that he actually leaves the house. And I locked the door behind him. Like, that's how paranoid I was. So I lock the door behind him. I managed to get back upstairs with my wobbly legs. And I go on my bed. I Google how to get rid of a high. Everything's saying, girl, time. That's the only thing. Time. And try to, drink some water. So when I tell you, I went through like 9 or 10 bottles of water during the course of that night. I went back to back, just like I was drinking water back to back to back, trying to get this stuff out of my system. And I'm on the toilet every 10 minutes. Just like, okay, cool. I feel kind of better. It's getting out of my system. I wasn't even really, I just, placebo effect when you think something's going to happen, So I was just like, all right, it's working. I'm drinking water. I'm getting better. No, I'm still shaking. I just need one more bottle of water. Every time I drink the water and I still feel the side effects, I'm like, okay, I just need one more bottle of water to get it out of my system. So I drank like 10, I don't know how many bottles of water that night. So many bottles of water. And then I was just like, Lord, just let me go to sleep. Just let me go to sleep. And maybe if I wake up tomorrow, I'll feel better. Maybe I couldn't sleep. I'm on the bed trying to sleep. I'm shaking. Can't sleep. I don't know how, probably I don't know, after an hour or two of trying to get myself to sleep, I finally fall asleep. And then I wake up the next day. The shaking stopped and I was seeing better, but my head still felt it felt like it was frying, but a little less. But I was like, oh my gosh, what if I'm never the same again? What if this is the way my brain feels for the rest of time? I was just like, oh my gosh, I thought the effects would go away by now. And then I'm like, yo, and I Google, how long does it take for an edible to get out of your system? It's 2 to 3 days. Yo, in 2 to 3 days is Tuesday. You mean to tell me I'm finna be semi-high during this school week? And I got 2 to 3 days. I woke up. That was Saturday night. Woke up Sunday, still feeling cuckoo, still feeling my brain is semi-frying. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be me for the rest of my life. How am I gonna finish school? I can't do school like this. The way my brain is feeling right now, there's no way I could pass a class. It's just not happening. So I was like, yo, oh my gosh, all because I tried an edible. Like, this is my life now. Like, I'm gonna have to just work at a grocery store or something for the rest of my life. Like, OMG. I was like, yo, I'm gonna have to quit school. I'm probably never gonna get married, never gonna have kids. Like, all because I tried an edible, fam? I was thinking, like, the paranoia was still there. The paranoia was still strong and kicking. So, by like Monday, I started feeling normal again. And then, yo, when I tell you, never again, that same Monday, like, I literally wrote down, I have to tell this story. Like, I have to tell this story. I was like, so people could either stay away or just be more conscious about the choices they make, and not everything is so, don't take everything so lightheartedly, you know, like, certain things can affect you for the rest of your life. Because I literally heard this story in St. Lucia, and it is true, about this dude smoked a bad joint. Now he's in the cuckoo slander. Like, he's not the same, has not been the same since. Like, he's talking to himself, he's basically crazy. And I'm just like, and all of that was going through my head which increased my paranoia during that, because I'm like, what if that becomes me too? So I was just like, it was the worst experience, worst high of my life. Never doing it again. So by the Monday, I texted my friend. I was like, yo, I'm feeling better. Thank you for your help and for wanting to stay. I'm sorry I kicked you out. I was, that wasn't cool of me. But I was like, I wasn't myself. And, I apologized and everything. And then he was like, I don't know, like a week or so after, he was like, yo, if you had a good experience, do you think you would ever do it again? And I was like, probably. But, yo, this experience that I had, I'm never doing that stuff again. And then a couple of weeks after, I was just like, yo, let me get more educated on this. Like, let me find out like what are the chemical components of weed, and like, the type of reactions that you're supposed to have to it, and like basically stuff like that. So, I get to researching, and I get to Google, and I'm finding out like, oh, the 4 main ingredients, I don't know if that's the best word, but the 4 main chemical components that weed or cannabis, or whatever you want to call it, contains are like THC, CBN, CBD, and flavonoids. And like basically the 2 highest chemical components are THC and CBD. And CBD is the one that has health benefits. CBD is the one that calms your nerves. It helps with panic attacks, with anxiety. It helps with the aid of pain relief, and helping to cure cancer, and or aid in the relief of the side effects that come with cancer and diabetes. Like, it's the chemical component that has the medical benefits. And THC is the more psychoactive chemical component in weed, and that's the one that kind of causes that feeling of euphoria, give you that feeling of high. And basically, through my research, what I found out is that in the natural plant, the THC levels are not as high in what you would see today. And that is because in today's weed, or today's the seed that most weed growers use, they have changed the chemical components of the substance and they have increased the THC levels and lower the CBD levels, therefore causing it to have just to basically increase your high and reducing the medical benefits that it may have. So when people use the argument like, oh, weed is natural, weed is from the ground and God made it, so how can it be bad? Well, and how can it be a drug? How can you call weed a drug? Well, when the chemical components of something have been changed, then it's no longer used for its intended purpose, which was for medical healing and stuff like that. Then it is no longer something that is beneficial to you. It is now a drug, and it is a drug that has addictive properties. So when people are like, no, you can't be addicted to weed is not a drug, sis, you might be. If you're out here smoking weed every day and it's not the natural weed, the weed where the THC and the CBD levels are where they're supposed to be, which is how God made them to be, then you're addicted to a drug if you're smoking it morning, noon, and night. And it's no longer a thing that you take for recreational use, because you don't use something recreationally every day. Okay? Like, if an alcoholic were to say like, oh, I only drink morning, noon, and night, or if somebody like, I only drink morning, noon, and night, like, that's not recreational use. You're an alcoholic. You're addicted to alcohol. And that's the same with weed when using the one where the THC levels are higher and the CBD levels have been lowered. You're intaking a drug, and if you're using it every day, you're addicted to the drug. I promise, if you were to stop cold turkey, you would experience feelings or the side effects of withdrawals. You would go through withdrawals. You would become more irritant, like all the side effects of withdrawals that well, not all, but some and most of the side effects of withdrawals that happen with other drugs, you would experience with weed. And so I just wanted people to be more aware of that, because I was one of those who thought like, yo, I don't understand how something God made can be considered a drug. I don't understand how something of God creation, when everything he created is good, can be considered a drug and should be and people are told like not to use it and blah 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 blah. Well, upon doing research,